A lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last name. He helped set the record straight of how you pronounce it.
In a Greek way, you gotta say with a D, so it's Antetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say with the NT, like Antetokounmpo. Whatever you got, just say, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And we return to the second quarter, and no Jay Latina. Specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Right, and as the defense collapses, that opens up inside-out opportunities. Productive first quarter.
Reggie Bullock is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Mike Muscala. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Hart in at the 3. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Now, here is Muscala. No points in the game yet for him. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Caldwell-Pope. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Connaughton, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Now it's a 5-point Bucks lead for Los Angeles. They've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Caldwell-Pope feeling it out a bit. Back to LeBron. Over Mirotic. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on the Milwaukee Bucks.
James is a workhorse down deep. When he's close to the basket, you better wrap him up.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Chris, when you played against a team that you had played on before, did you feel any extra motivation to do well against them?
Always. They always got the business. Whether it was I left Golden State and went to Washington, had to give them a triple-double and 40 there. Whether it was after I left Washington, had to come back and give them a triple-double and beat them bad and hug the crowd after. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of motivation. You definitely want to make sure you give your ex-team the business and make them regret, at least for the 24 hours until the next game, that they let you go.
I love that thought process. That's fun. Now here's Middleton. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. 4 on the shot clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. For Milwaukee, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Taking 2 shots. First one falls for him. Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Muscala. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Rajon Rondo. Milwaukee also making some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Mirotic. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Pat Connaughton. Ericbledsoe is subbed in for George Hill. Middleton hits them both. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
And the chance to draw up a great play. I mean, this is a chess match at work.
All right, Staples. Coming on the court. Come on and get loud for your Laker girls. quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Taking a look at Milwaukee. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, Toronto. They're just sitting one spot down, right on their heels.
And seeing where the Bucks are, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings, this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
Yeah, Greg, and early in the year, maybe they were catching some teams by surprise, but now everybody knows how strong they are, and they're still rolling along.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
And that's what you have to do. Stay in the moment. Keep grinding.
And it's in there. McGee's got his third basket of the night.
Oh, look at that awareness of ball. Fantastic at recognizing when his teammates are wide open.
A lot of people have a lot of opinions on Lonzo Ball, but one thing is for sure, Chris, he is a playmaker.
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love to play with him. That's a big thing, Kevin. I mean, he's a natural catalyst for his team. And it goes beyond his impressive passing numbers. I mean, you can see just how different the team is when he's on the floor. I mean, and it means they're moving, they're running. He came into this league advertised as an unselfish playmaker, and he's been that answer.
Here's Caldwell Pope after Ericbledsoe's score. Caldwell Pope against Brogdon. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. He's looking for Middleton and finds him. Misses off the right iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And the versatility of Caldwell Pope, not just the score from outside, but also a threat to shoot the ball close to the hoop as well.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. Pass to Brogdon. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Goes back up. Rebounded by McGee.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Caldwell Pope against Brogdon. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive.
And Caldwell Pope, the Georgia product, when he's on the floor, it's for his defense. He can give you a handful of points, but what he takes away with defense is far more significant. One of the better perimeter defenders since entering the league.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Loose shots.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
And Caldwell Pope is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. He just a very good shooter from any spot on the floor.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Ingram's checked in. And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Ball against Bledsoe. And two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And with Caldwell Pope in his defense, he can guard any type of perimeter player.
Yeah, I mean, he has the long arms to bother small forwards and fast feet to stay with point guards. Really gives a lineup a lot of options in terms of matchups when he's on the floor. Great instincts on defense, and it's very hard to shake as he'll hound you through screens.
That free throw good from Bledsoe. And Stevenson's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And Ericbledsoe drops them both. Here at the end of the season, players fighting through fatigue. Chris, is there anything else the league can do to help keep guys staying fresh and healthy?
Okay, I'm a little old school in this. I mean, you wake up and you go to work. That's about it. If you're not hurt, you just play. Think about this. Will Chamberlain, those guys were playing in shoes that were made of cloth. when they didn't have any tapes and they were riding on planes, not in first class, and travel was worse, and they still had 82 games. What are we talking about? The guys are okay. It's okay. Everybody's all right. They'll live. I think right now we're babying them too much anyway, trying to give more time off. It's okay. I mean, that's one thing that we can say is consistent. There's always been 82 games, and if anything, players before this generation has had less rest. So I don't look at it as they need more rest. I look at it like, man, toughen up, let's go and play some games and see what happens.
Here's Brogdon following the basket by Lonzo Ball. 5 on the clock. Brogdon kicks to Lopez. Shoots over Ingram. Hits the outside fadeaway. Lopez has got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks.
And the jumper Lopez possesses is lethal. I mean, it's so smart at knowing when to take these shots.
Ingram against Brogdon. Ingram passes to McGee. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. McGee's got 8.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Bledsoe looking it over. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Oh, that's a brutal giveaway. A pass to no man's land.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Muscala, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. LeBron comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Ball. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Mirotic comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Now here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Middleton. Off target from the baseline. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Bucks ahead. They're up by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, you guys were able to get the lead. What was the key to getting all those open shots?
It was just getting stops, getting rebounding, getting out and pushing, finding lanes, finding open guys.
And you made the most of it, Chris. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.